Hello everyone, Daryl the Northern Vinyl Guy coming at you with a contest entry video, and this one is for Dave at Infidelity. He's recently celebrated his 1 year in the VC and is doing a contest entry. Everything in this video is to do with London or the UK. And so, yeah, without further ado, there are 5 prompts. If you want to check out the original contest entry video and you want to do one of your own, I will leave the link down below. As always, if you're new to my channel, please leave a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and yeah, leave me some comments down below if you're a returning viewer. Always appreciate your support. As you can see, I'm kind of in a different room for this video. A little bit of noise going on in the rest of my house, plus the dishwasher is running and my record room is kind of connected to the kitchen. So yeah, a little bit of different twists. So as noted, there are 5 prompts. So you're going to be showing 5 different albums or records. In my case, there are 2 questions I'm going to kind of combine as one, and I'll explain that in a bit. Yeah, but other than that, it is a London themed or UK themed contest entry. So let's get started here. And prompt number 1 is to show an album, a song, band title, whatever that might be, with the word London in it. And so I am going to start with the band M and their album New York, London, Paris, and Munich. And of course, this is some 1970s, I mean, this is straight up, I guess, pop music, that kind of thing. To the point where the hit song that is on here in North America, we might refer to this as a one-hit wonder band, is the track Pop Music. So that is M, New York, London, Paris, Munich. Really good stuff. Doesn't get shown too often in the VC, but if you're into that late 70s, early 80s pop, I don't want to call it disco, but pop music, that is where you are looking. All right, prompt number 2 is to show an album that was recorded in London, not in the UK, but in London. This is my daughter's copy of this. I do have my own copy of this as well. I figured I'd just show my daughter's. And that is Duran Duran's Rio album. This has quite a few big hits, including the title track Rio, Hungry Like the Wolf, Save a Prayer, The Chauffeur. They're all on here. And of course, if we look inside the liner notes, inside the album, I apologize. Of course, this is the inside sleeve with the lyrics and the band. But right here, it does say that it was recorded at Air Studios in London during the spring of 1982. So this one was recorded at Air Studios in London in 1982, and it's right there on the liner. So yeah, there we go. That was an album recorded in London. All right, prompts numbers 3 and 5, I'm going to kind of combine as a singular. The reason is I was struggling with one of them, so I'm kind of combining them. I hope that this is okay for entering your contest. If not, unfortunately, Dave, there's not much I can do because I cannot find a song that I have, at least not without listening to them one by one. I mean, with 1,300 records is a little difficult, but it includes a street name. So you got to find a song, an album title that has a street name from London. And then number 5 is to show an album, song, whatever, that has a neighborhood or a landmark that would be found in London. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show this album here, but I'm also going to show a secondary one that kind of combines the 2 of them together. Now, back in the 1930s and the 1940s, John McCormack, kind of a folky tenor singer. This is, my grandfather was a huge fan. He's from Ireland, and he did a song called It's a Long Way to Tipperary. Now, it is not on this particular album, but he is probably the most noted recorded artist who did that song originated with him. So Long Way to Tipperary. So I'm going to show that. And the reason is that there is a military album that my grandfather had, which is this one here, Pack Up Your Troubles, by the Carl Tapscott Singers. Sing along through 2 world wars with the Tapscott Singers. Now, A Long Way to Tipperary is on this particular album. It's actually the first track from the World War I era on this. And of course, this is on the RCA label. But there are multiple locations that are named in the lyrics of this song. So it talks about, paving the way through the gold streets, going from Ireland and basically to London, or London to Ireland, vice versa. So it kind of works both ways, but paving the gold streets, that kind of thing. So I suppose that kind of fits in, but within the lyrics, it does talk about Piccadilly, talks about Piccadilly Circus, which I guess would be considered an intersection within London of some major streets. And then it also talks in the lyrics about Leicester Square, which is kind of a neighborhood / landmark area of London. So Leicester Square and Piccadilly Circus, I'm going to combine for prompts numbers 3 and 5 to this contest. So naming a street and or a landmark or a famous place in London. So hopefully that works for prompts 3 and 5, Dave. Which then brings me to the last prompt, which would be number 4, but technically I guess because I combined 3 and 5. But number 4 is to show an album that has artwork which was taken in London. And so I am going to show the Ian Dury and the Blockheads Dirty Boots and Panties, New Boots and Panties. And that right there is Ian Dury and his son Baxter. And this was taken in front of, to my research, I think it was called Axford's underwear and lingerie store, which would be found on the Vauxhall Bridge Road in London. So this is kind of a post-punk, does have some elements of disco, a little bit of funk, a little bit of rock. So it's kind of a mix of all kinds of stuff. And, to some people, some of the songs may be a little overbearing or maybe a little bit offensive. But I mean, that's what you get for listening to some punk music, post-punk and all that good stuff in the 1980s. So basically that is what I came up with here. 5 albums, of which 4 of them technically show the city of London in some way, shape, or form, whether it's through name, whether it's through neighborhood or landmark, artwork, studios, that kind of thing. So let me know down in the comments section below, what are your thoughts about these albums? Have you listened to them? And have you been to any of the places that are named in this video? Leicester Square, Piccadilly Circus, that kind of thing. And until next time, I hope, Dave, that this meets the entry requirements for your contest. Give Dave a sub at Mfidelity. I'll leave, like I said, the link below. Great guy, likes to comment and watch everybody's videos, very knowledgeable in this industry. And until next time, we will see you, and take care.